Hello students, in this video lesson we will study about some viral diseases, their mode of transmission, symptoms, prevention and control. Now the first viral disease that we have to study is influenza. Influenza is commonly known as flu. It is a highly infectious respiratory disease. It is caused by a virus named Myxovirus influenzae. Its incubation period is just from 24 hours to 72 hours. Let us talk about its mode of transmission. See children, it is an airborne disease. So it may enter the human body through direct contact, sneezing, coughing, spitting, etc. Now let us see the main symptoms of this disease. The main symptoms can be sneezing, coughing, fever, headache and pain all over the body. Let us now see if it can be controlled or not. See, there is no effective control for influenza. There is no specific medicine for flu. No vaccine is available which can be given for protection against all types of influenza viruses. So what we can do, we can treat it by treating the symptoms. So if the disease cannot be controlled, what we will look for? We will look for prevention. We will try ways so that it cannot occur in our body. So there are two ways of prevention. The first way to prevent this disease is to try to keep away from the flu patients. The next way in which we can prevent this disease is that the flu patient should use handkerchief while sneezing and coughing. Now the next type of viral disease that we have to study is jaundice, or it is also known as hepatitis. Now jaundice is yellowness of the white part of eye and the skin. The yellowness is due to excessive deposition of the bile pigment in these parts. It may be caused due to the blockage of bile duct, but mostly it is caused due to viral infection of liver. Therefore, jaundice or hepatitis is a disease of liver. Liver is the most important organ of our body, and its inflammation due to jaundice affects digestion adversely. Hepatitis is caused by about half a dozen of viruses. The type of hepatitis are hepatitis A, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, hepatitis D, hepatitis E or hepatitis G. Now we will study a bit about hepatitis A and hepatitis B. See, hepatitis B is a DNA virus and rest of the hepatitis are RNA virus. Hepatitis A virus is most common but is relatively mild. Mild means weaker. But hepatitis B is acute and widespread. Its reservoir is man itself. Contaminated blood is its main source of infection. So we can say that hepatitis A is not that harmful, whereas hepatitis B is serious as it can cause cancer also. Now the incubation period of hepatitis A is 25 to 30 days, whereas that of hepatitis B is 60 to 90 days. Let us see some of the symptoms of this disease. The first symptom that may occur is high fever and loss of appetite. Loss of appetite means you will not feel much hungry. Next symptom that can occur is headache and the joint pains, or feeling of nausea and vomiting. Another symptom that can occur is irritating rashes, or the dark yellow colored urine and light colored stool after 3 to 10 days. Now this is the main symptom. Other symptoms that may occur is the weakness in the body or yellowness of the white part of eye and the skin. Now let us see the mode of transmission of this disease. Hepatitis A mostly is spread by the food and water contaminated with hepatitis A virus. And hepatitis B is transmitted by infected blood and blood products through transfusion, contaminated syringes, and needles. Now let us see how this disease can be controlled. The first way to control this disease is limited consumption of high protein and fat diet. The next way is by taking high calorie diet like juice of sugarcane, radish, etc. Adequate bed rest is good for an early recovery. The persons having hepatitis should not be accepted as blood donors. The vaccination should be administered on the advice of the doctor. Let us see how this disease can be prevented. Now, some of the ways of prevention are use of disinfected water. This water may be chlorinated, boiled, or ozonized water, or by taking hygienic food and proper rest. Use of disposable syringes and testing of blood before transfusion. Properly clean hands after handling bed and utensils of the patients. And vaccines of hepatitis A and hepatitis B should be taken to prevent the disease. Now in the next video lesson we will study about viral diseases, rabies and polio.